Well, it's been nearly 24 hours since election results started rolling in across central Indiana.
And so now on this Wednesday night, we're taking a look at what the results cast last night will now mean for you and your family moving forward. We have live team coverage for you as Logan Gay looks at the impact of some of the local school board races.
But let's start with Karen Campbell first. She's been following up on the race for Marion County prosecutor today.
Democrat Ryan Mears won re-election, besting Cindy Carrasco with 59% of the votes. And just a few hours ago, our Karen Campbell had a one-on-one conversation with Mr. Mears.
And Karen, you're saying the prosecutor says he's ready to get back to work?
Yeah, Felicia, and Prosecutor Ryan Mears says he's looking forward to serving the people of Marion County and, of course, finding ways to reduce crime. Now, he says he still is, of course, going to hold people accountable, but he also wants to help provide resources for people in the community to help them steer clear of violent crime. As Ryan Mears prepares to lead another 4 years as Marion County prosecutor, reducing violent crime is a top priority. But there is one challenge.
How can we continue to build on the relationships that we have in the community?
To encourage more people to come forward to report crimes to police. And that all comes down to trust.
Because if we do that, we're going to cut down on this terrible cycle of retaliatory violence that we see far too often. And I think if we're able to do that, you'll see the violent crime rate drop pretty dramatically.
Mears says he'll continue to focus on youth.
We met with a group of kids and we had conversations with them, and I asked them just by a show of hands who here right now, if they wanted to, could buy a gun based on their Instagram feed, and everybody's hands went up.
He says access to guns has never been greater.
There needs to be private regulation of gun sales. We can't have people out here just selling guns to kids on the internet, which takes place literally every single day in Marion County.
While working on issues like these, Mears has been the subject of ongoing criticism from Fraternal Order of Police President Rick Snyder.
Will you answer our questions, Prosecutor Mears?
The FOP announced a vote of no confidence in Mears as well as the court system, something Mears called a distraction.
We have a good working relationship with the police department. We have an incredible success rate as it relates to homicide cases.
In fact, his office tells 13 News in 2021, out of 31 murder cases that went to trial, prosecutors had guilty verdicts in 84% of those cases. As Mears gets back to work, he had this to say to voters.
Thank you.
For another 4 years. And something else Mears says he's thankful for is Congressman Andre Carson working with him. He says Carson was able to provide some federal money here to Marion County for programming, new programming, to help people stay away from crime.
All right, Karen, thanks so much. Now, the FOP did not endorse Mears, and so after the winning last night, the FOP president shared a statement online today following the re-election of Mears, saying the collective membership respects the Marion County voters' decision. He went on to say 200+ homicides a year is the norm now, and quote, unfortunately, we do not see many improvements without a change in direction to close the door on repeat violent offenders.
Well, another big issue that sent voters to the polls, local school board races.
And there were a lot of those seats up for grabs in the northern part of our viewing area across Hamilton County. Tonight, Logan Gay joins us ahead of the Hamilton Southeastern School Board meeting that's set to begin in a short time from now. Logan.
Yeah, that's right. Right now, I'm outside the administration building here in Hamilton County, and I spoke with the members, the newest members of the boards, about their plans and why they say they're getting back to the basics. So parents will notice 4 new faces on the HSC school board. The new members will be sworn in on January 11th during the board meeting. The soon-to-be new members told me they felt called to run after they said they felt the district was drifting away from their academic responsibilities and focusing on the wrong things in the classroom. Now they want parents to know that they are ready to work.
You know, I saw a lot of teachers being burdened with these kind of things and being pulled into different roles that maybe they didn't really sign up for. Test scores were dropping, kids were getting in, there were more discipline issues. And I thought it was time to just really get back to basics.
I know I personally and the other 4 really take heart that we know we take this seriously. We know the responsibility that we have in front of us. So we're excited and humbled at the same time.
So the new members tell me that they will start preparing their plans once they catch their breath. They will be at the meeting tonight, and also later on at 6, I'll have more about some of the hot debated topics that they ran on. But until then, in Fishers, Logan Gay, 13 News.
All right, Logan, thank you. We look forward to those updates. And in Marion County, Perry Township voters elected the first Burmese American to the school board.
Dr. Hooray Mang is among 3 people elected in a race with 7 at-large candidates for the school board. He will serve a 4-year term. Central Indiana is home to the largest population of Burmese Americans in the country. About 20,000 people relocated from Burma to live on the south side of Indianapolis after political and military unrest back in 2021.
And several school districts like Brown County put a referendum in front of voters. However, this one failed. Our Jenny Runovich will share the challenges schools could now face in Brown County. That's ahead on 13 News at 5:30.
Our democracy has been tested in recent years, but with their votes, the American people have spoken and proven once again that democracy is who we are.
That's President Joe Biden speaking just about an hour ago following the midterm election. This is the first we've heard from the president since those election results started coming in.
They're still coming in. Tonight, we still don't know which parties will control our 2 branches of Congress. The House and Senate still have races that are just too close to call.
Scott's live in the newsroom right now to show us just how close things are right now. Scott?
They are so close, ladies. In the U.S. Senate, it is too close to call. We're looking at 3 races in the Senate. The first one is in Georgia, where we are facing a runoff between the Republican Herschel Walker and the Democrat incumbent Raphael Warnock. So that will be on December 6th. All the votes are in there in Georgia. They will run off on December 6th. The second race in the Senate that we're keeping a close eye on is what's happening out in Nevada. The incumbent is the Democrat Senator Catherine Cortez Masto. She's currently trailing her Republican challenger Adam Laxalt by 3 percentage points. But the bigger number, 77% of the precincts are in. They've got hundreds of thousands of votes still to be counted in Nevada. So that one is too close to call. The third one that we're keeping an eye on is what's happening out in Arizona. There, the incumbent Democrat Mark Kelly leading Republican challenger Blake Masters. Again, that's a 4 percentage point lead for the incumbent. But again, the bigger number, 67% of the precincts reporting in Arizona, hundreds of thousands of votes still to be counted. So that's what's happening in the Senate. Let's show you on the screen what's happening in the House of Representatives. Also too close to call. Look at this. The red. The Republicans have 206 seats. They need 218. Democrats currently with 177. So that's currently what's happening in the House of Representatives. Now let's talk about what happened last night in the Indiana congressional races. We've got it here on the big wall. Most of these races went the way that many of the analysts thought. Republicans won most of the congressional races across the Hoosier State. The only 2 that Democrats won last night, Andre Carson winning easily here in District 7, which encompasses Indianapolis. But the big one that everybody was paying attention nationally was this one. House District 1 up in Lake County in the northwest part of Indiana. Democrat incumbent Frank Mervan holding on to his seat, knocking off Republican Jennifer Ruth Green. So again, both the House and the Senate at this hour still up for grabs in terms of who will remain in control. Back to you.
All right, Scott, thanks so much.
Well, you can keep checking all those results on our free WTHR app and our website. Just head to WTHR.com/elections.
And some breaking news now when it comes to the 2024 election. Jennifer McCormick, the former superintendent of public instruction for the state of Indiana, tells us she is now considering a run for Indiana governor as a Democrat. McCormick, who served as a state Republican from 2017 until January of 2021, now has created an exploratory committee. She hinted on that run this morning in this post that she put on Twitter, tweeting 2024. And this is a quote here from President Abraham Lincoln saying, quote, "The best way to predict the future is to create it."